So this is the fourth part of stock selection using price action pattern series. In the first week, we selected these 4 stocks for trading. In the second week, these 4 stocks were selected. And last week, these were the 4 stocks that I had selected. Now, for those of you who have missed out how I have selected all these stocks during the last 3-4 weeks, please check all these videos that I've linked up in this particular eye icon here. I've also linked up all these videos in the comment section below and in the description box below. So in this fourth and final part of stock selection video, there are 3 important points we'll discuss. Number 1, for the next week, we will again select 4 stocks based on simple price action pattern. And once I finish with this, I'll explain how to build a watch list. Now, this is a place where a lot of traders struggle. So do watch this video till the end. Your understanding will improve a great deal. And third, I'll also teach you the importance of market cycle and how this impacts your stock selection and the trading strategies that you have to execute.
Click on the subscribe button and bell icon to get instantly notified when a new video is uploaded. Thank you for subscribing.
So the first stock I'll select for the week is TCS. This is on a daily time frame chart. All of the examples that I've taken are from daily time frame only. So you have some sort of gap here. This becomes a region of support for price. If you see, price is coming very close to the support level and it is yet to move lower. The thing that intrigues me about TCS is that just take a look at all these wide range bearish candles when price was moving from 28.50 to something like 26.50. And now from the month of November, take a look at all these candles. There are very fewer bearish candles that are visible. So I can spot one bearish candle here. And I'll also spot this particular candle that is formed on the first day of November. Apart from that, if you look at these 3 candles, if you look at all these candles here, again, these 2 candles, these are all narrow range candles. So this tells me that selling pressure has reduced on the downside. Of course, you don't have any confirmation yet to go long. I'll especially want price to at least move above something like 2700 for a valid long trade. But for now, the selling pressure seems to have significantly reduced and now price is moving in a range. So with high beta performing really well over the last 3 weeks, I think something like a defensive sector, that is IT, pharma, these sort of stocks will also start doing well in times to come. So that is why I have selected TCS. And for those of you who have watched my pullback trading series, you would know why this stock TCS becomes a valid trade with respect to short term and even something like a swing trade. The second stock that I'll select is Amara Raja Battery. Again, this is on a daily time frame chart, and Amara Raja Battery is actually forming some sort of volatility contraction pattern and is now seeing price breaking out of this range. So volatility contraction pattern I have done in the price action trading series. Please check the description box below for the link of the video. Basically, it is one mother candle forming, a lot of candles then forming within the range of this mother candle here, and then breakout or breakdown happening. So the same structure is forming in Amara Raja Battery. Last week, there was some attempt for price to move higher. And in this week, if you see, range has expanded. So this is a clear sign that stock is preparing to move now on the upside. If you also take a look at all these candles within the range, take a look at series of long tails here. This clearly denotes buying momentum. As price comes lower, sellers step in and then drive prices higher. There are also some long wicks here. So this is also some sort of thing that you need to take care of. But if Amara Raja Battery gives a close for the week above something like 850, then it would definitely qualify for a volatility contraction breakout. So the next stock I'll select is Nestle India. Now trend has been fairly strong in Nestle India. We then got this wide range bearish candle on the downside. Take a look at the volume expansion. This certainly denotes strong sellers have entered the stock. But what has happened in the last 10 days is the reason why I have shortlisted this stock. Take a look at all these long tail candles that are visible right near the low point of this wide range candle. So this actually tells you over a period of time, there's a lot of absorption that has happened. That is, selling has been absorbed at lower levels. And again, this is a key VSA concept that I've repeated many times. For those of you who don't know about VSA, just check out Tom Williams' book on this subject. It will definitely help you understand a lot of things better. So if you take a look at today's candle that is forming on the chart, it does seem like after all this absorption that has taken place at lower levels, buyers have prevented price from falling lower. there is some sort of range expansion that is happening on the upside. So certainly Nestle is showing a lot of positive momentum now on the upside. And as far as this particular level is defended, something like 16,900, 17,000 thereabouts, price can consolidate, but then again it will start moving higher. This price action is a typical VSA price action that plays out where a lot of selling at lower levels is absorbed, and then finally price decides to move in the direction of trend. So for those of you who are channel members, please note that part 5 of the pullback trading series will be released next week. So please keep your notifications on. Now this is the link. This is where I explain a lot of things about the stocks I'm tracking and the sectors I'm tracking. So please be active in the community section, and please do take a note of the video that has been released on pullback trading. And for those of you who are not channel members, you can just become a member for 1 month, watch all these 20-25 videos, and then cancel your membership for the subsequent months. So the next stock I'll select is ICSI Bank. This is again on a daily time frame chart. So this was the previous breakout level, this particular candle here. We had a fresh breakout here, and then again, if you take very similar to TCS, we now have a gap on the chart. And if you take a look at recent price activity, I'll just remove all these lines here. A long tail candle, one more long tail candle. There's some long tail visible here. Again, a long tail. Take a look at one more long tail candle. And today, again, one more long tail candle. And where are these long tail candles forming? It is right at the previous breakout level, which is marked by this gap region here. So this tells you that in the extreme short term also, there is a lot of buying activity that is happening between 460 and 470, and today price is trading at 481. So if we get one more dip, then this particular stock will qualify for something like a short-term trade on the upside. So this is one concept of pin bar hammer candle that I covered in last video that I did yesterday. So if you have missed that video, please watch it. I'll link it up here. If you take a look at the concept we discussed, this is again a long tail candle forming right at the support level. So this is the pattern that ICSI Bank is showing on a daily time frame chart. And whenever you see such patterns on higher time frames, something like weekly time frame, daily time frame, then obviously implications are good for the short term and even for something like a swing trade setup. So before we move forward, just take a look at what we discussed in last night's video with respect to a pin bar or a hammer candle, whatever you want to call it. So this is Bank Nifty's today's price action. This indicator here is VWAP indicator. This is what we discussed last night. And this is a previous consolidation region where price has formed some sort of range and then broken out. So initially after the breakout, take a look at some sort of pin bar variation that is playing out here. Look at volumes clearly expanding. Take a look at long tail here. So where is this long tail forming? Again at the VWAP and again at previous support and resistance level, that is this consolidation region. And what happens then? Like we saw in Info Edge, price clearly moved higher. And by the way, I hope some of you tracked Info Edge today. Yesterday when I put out the video on Info Edge explaining this sort of pin bar variation pattern forming, I did tell you that Info Edge looks really good over the short term. And I think today that stock was up nearly 3 to 4% during the day as the price was heading higher. And again, as of yesterday, this is the pattern that formed right at the VWAP, and then price again moved up. So before we move forward, an important announcement. These are the only 2 channels that are associated with our YouTube channel. Please be aware of all the fake Telegram channels that are using name very similar to ours. And please check the spelling before joining the Telegram channel. So these are the list of the stocks that we have selected over the last 4 weeks. And in this particular week, these are the 4 names. I've also included Kotak Bank here. I've not shared the chart, but the logic is very similar to what I explained in ICICI Bank. So just look how carefully I have designed this watch list for the next 3 to 4 months kind of trading. So take a look at DLF. This belongs to the real estate sector, Tata Steel, metal sector, Apollo Hospitals. Again, it's a defensive, which is healthcare and pharmaceuticals. Apollo Tires is from the auto industry. Coforge is from the IT industry. Dr. Reddy, again, very similar, defensive, healthcare and pharmaceuticals. Jubilant Foodworks is from consumption sector. HCL Tech, again, from the IT sector. Take a look at L&T. This is from the infrastructure sector. Escorts, again, from the auto sector. Cummins, again, from infrastructure sector. HDFC Life is from insurance. Info Edge, again, is from IT. Now in today's video, I've selected ICSI and Kotak both from banking and financial space. TCS is from IT, Nestle is from consumption, and Amara Raja battery again is from auto sector. So can you see something here? I have made a complete watch list for the next 3-4 months kind of trading in almost all the major sectors. This is real estate, metals, IT, pharma. Then I've also taken up consumption. I'm just using small abbreviations here. And I've also included auto sector. And above all, my favorite sector obviously is banking and financials. So I've also included those stocks. So I have covered over 6 to 7 sectors out of these 16 stocks that I've selected for the next 3 to 4 month kind of trading. And all the price action patterns video that I'll do, live recordings I'll only do from these stocks so that there is some consistency in terms of stock selection. You can again revert back to these videos to understand how these stocks were selected for the short term and for even something like swing trade setup. So whenever you are selecting stocks, whenever you are building a watch list, keep these couple of 3-4 important points in mind. Number one, when it comes to trading, always focus on high beta stocks. Number two, along with high beta stocks, you also should have some bit of defensive stocks, because in case high beta sectors don't do well, then defensive sectors do well. And number three, you should have a balance between sectors, that is high beta sectors and defensive sectors. So this is what I've shown you over the last 4 weeks when I've uploaded these stock selection videos. I have a great balance between high beta stocks, defensive stocks, and I've selected just about 14 to 16 stocks that I can trade for the next 3 to 4 months. It's a very short list. If you see, 16 stocks is not at all that difficult to track on a daily basis. And only in these I'll go ahead and identify trading opportunities. So when it comes to stock selection, a lot of traders don't realize this, that stock selection is actually directly linked with the underlying market cycle at play. And let me just take up a couple of minutes to explain this point to you. So this is a chart of Nifty. You have an up move, then some bit of consolidation, again some up move, one more bout of consolidation. You again have some up move, then again price consolidates. So this is a consistent phenomena that plays out in the market. One more up move here, look at the consolidation happening. And now we have had one more move on the upside. So it is quite possible that we'll again go into some sort of consolidation phase where price will simply rotate and then either break out or break down. So that is how simple market movement happens in terms of cycles. The thing is that when you are in expansion phase, then you should be into high beta stocks. In this phase, you can have breakout and pullback as a strategy. But when you are in such consolidation phases where price is sort of moving just in a range, then in such sort of market phases, high beta stocks actually don't give you that much opportunity. In these phases, it is the defensive stocks that will break out and that will give you opportunities in terms of pullback trading. So again, even in terms of market cycle, there is a fine balance that exists between high beta stocks and defensive stocks. So therefore, when it comes to trading, you always have to keep a balance, a mix of these two stocks and sectors, so that in trending phases, you can be in high beta stocks. And when market is not doing that well, it is consolidating, you can shift to defensive stocks and then look for breakout or pullback trading opportunity. So again, these points that I've shared about cycle and stock selection, you won't find it in any book or video, because this is something that you only learn with experience over a period of time. So do keep your notification on in YouTube app, because one more video will be coming out either on Tuesday or Wednesday that will be about price action. I'll try and combine this with live recording. This is something I did yesterday, so do check out yesterday's video as well. So kindly consider hitting the like button if you find the content useful. Thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. Take care and be safe.